What's up, rock stars? Boom. Hey. I'm going to share with you something that might challenge conventional wisdom about cybersecurity. As a cybersecurity professional, I've witnessed countless organizations fall victim to the dangerous assumption that one vendor can protect them from all the threats. Recent high profile breaches have at major security vendors, including Microsoft, Okta, and CrowdStrike, have shattered this illusion. When organizations rely exclusively on single vendor solutions, they're not just buying cybersecurity, they're inheriting that vendor's blind spots, vulnerabilities, and limitations. Today, I'm going to share with you why the most resilient organizations are embracing what I call defense in diversity, a strategic approach that combines multiple vendors and solutions to create a nearly impenetrable layered defense. Now, let's start with the fundamentals. I love fundamentals. Defense in depth is a security strategy that utilizes multiple secure layers of security to protect an organization's network systems and data. Think of it like protecting a medieval castle. You don't rely solely on the outer wall. You have moats, multiple walls, you have guards on the inside and the out. This multi-layered approach acknowledges a critical reality. No single security measure is foolproof. By implementing multiple layers of defense, organizations can significantly reduce their security posture, reduce the likelihood of successful attacks, and minimize potential damage when a breach occurs. This strategy encompasses three mutually supportive components: penetration resistant architecture, damaging damage limiting operations, and designing for cyber resilience and survivability. Each layer serves a distinct purpose, ranging from perimeter defenses, such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, to internal protections, including encryption, access to controls, and network segmentation, with, with security controls between the segments. But here's where most organizations stop short of true resilience. Traditional defenses in depth often assumes you can achieve comprehensive protection with products from a single vendor. This is where defense in diversity becomes crucial. Defense in diversity emphasizes utilizing different vendors at different layers of defense to mitigate the risk of compromise due to singular fatal flaws. Just as diverse teams bring varied perspectives and strengths to creating a more innovative and resilient organizations, a diverse set of security vendors creates a more robust defense against cybersecurity threats. Different vendors often have unique detection and response capabilities. By leveraging multiple vendors, organizations can benefit from a broader range of threat intelligence, incident response mechanisms. This diversity helps identify and mitigate threats more effectively, as different tools may detect different aspects of the same attack. The first major advantage is comprehensive threat coverage. When you implement solutions from multiple vendors, you're accessing different threat intelligence feeds, detection algorithms, and response methodologies that one single vendor might excel at identifying advanced persistent of threats, while others demonstrate superior capabilities in detecting insider threats or ransomware. Vendor lock-in represents a significant strategic risk that extends beyond just the technology. The obvious danger lies in loss of leverage an organization experiences when tightly coupled to a single provider. Less obvious impact is organizational brain drain when resources are trained exclusively on a single platform, participating in road mapping from a single source, and are hired or promoted based on specific platform experience. Over time, the vendor's technology strategy becomes the organizational's technology strategy. Not a good thing. And alternative perspectives are no longer considered. This creates a dangerous dependency that can limit innovation, Innovation and responsiveness to emerging threats. Multi-vendor approaches enable organizations to select the best system in each specific category, performing specialized functions that suit their unique security needs. The specialization of each security tool provides optimal protection in respect to its category, as tools are designed to excel in specific areas such as antivirus, firewall, or intrusion detection, or threat hunting. This approach enables organizations to tailor their security to their unique requirements, providing flexibility to select the best tools for specific needs, adapt security strategies as those needs evolve. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds complex and expensive. You're not wrong. Implementing a multi-vendor security strategy does represent challenges. However, these challenges are manageable with proper planning and the right approach. The primary concern is the increased complexity of management. Adopting multiple tools and security controls can increase complexity and the likelihood that aspects of the attack surface will be overlooked. However, modern security orchestration, automation, and response (SOAR) platforms can provide unified management capabilities across vendor solutions. However, even less complex and easier to implement are vendors, and yes, they are out there, who provide the solution and the personnel to manage and support it. Imagine that. Organizations must ensure that their diverse security tools work together seamlessly to avoid gaps. This requires prioritization, integration capabilities during vendor selection, and potentially working with managed security service providers, MSSPs, that specialize in multi-vendor environments. Still, these providers are rare in my experience. While multi-vendor approaches can be more expensive initially, they often provide better long-term value through improved security outcomes and reduced risk of catastrophic breaches. Organizations can also leverage managed services to access enterprise-grade security capabilities without the full overhead of internal management. The cybersecurity landscape is too complex and rapidly evolving for any single vendor to address comprehensively. Organizations that are embracing defense in diversity, strategically implementing multi-vendor layered security approaches, are building more resilient defenses against both current and emerging threats. Remember, in cybersecurity, just as in everything else, diversity is truly a strength. By avoiding vendor lock-in, leveraging best-of-breed solutions, and creating redundant security capabilities across platforms, your organization can achieve the kind of cyber resilience that is essential in today's environment. The question isn't whether you can afford to implement multi-vendor security strategy, it's whether you can afford not to. Your organization's security depends on building defenses that are as diverse and adaptive as the threats you face. So what's next? Start by conducting a comprehensive assessment of your current security stack, identifying key points of failure, evaluate vendor dependencies, and begin planning your transition to a more resilient multi-vendor defense in-depth strategy. If you want to know how we do it and want to ask some questions and throw some things around and how we do our assessments, reach out to me and I'll set up an appointment and we can get something scheduled. Your future self and your organization will thank you for doing it.